All right, we are live. Today I will be debuting a new, let me just share my screen real quick. This is a new little scorekeeper that we have here. Just keep everything going on. I use keepthescore.com, and look, I have this on my phone. Make it nice and close so I can edit it right from my phone. So I don't even have to click any buttons from the computer. It makes it really easy. All right, well, it's baseball time. Here from Toronto. All right, the game is underway. You know, we're gonna go to this one so I can. All right. Welcome to the stream. If you're just joining us, if I go to this, can you see? You can't see it all. Slightly unfortunate, but I might have a fix to that. Crap, is it this one? Which tab is it? Oh, no, I want to unpin that. It's not any better. Well, welcome to the stream. We get ready for this game. I don't think that's gonna work. So let's do. No, they made it worse. Can you see where it says out? Or no? I don't. No, you can't. Okay. I turn that off. Is that? No, that doesn't fix it. All right. Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna go back to this one. Oh, we can choose it back. First pitch is in there for a called strike on 1. Trent Grisham, the first hitter, as Yusevich to deal a second pitch. The 0-1 is low for a ball. And now the 1-1. Yusevich deals big, cut and a miss for strike 2. I don't like that setup. We're going to go there. All right. Now the 1-2. Pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. And there's one out in the inning. A big strikeout. Crap. Top of the inning. -1. Brings up the 2-hole hitter, which is Aaron Judge. These Toronto fans are into it. Here, Aaron Judge First pitch he sees is a slider outside for a ball. 1-0. First pitch taken inside, 2-0. Now the 2-0 to Judge. This one's going to miss outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Trey Yasevich, 6'4", was born in Boyertown, Pennsylvania, 22 years old. Now the 3-0 to Judge, and this one isn't close, ball 4. That's a walk. So now with Judge on first base. Oliver, is that you? The only person watching? Runner at first ball. Now this one's going to miss low for a ball. So now it's 5 consecutive balls. Hitter's Cody Bellinger. Hello, Heather Ham. This one's outside for a ball. 2-0. As runner at first, Bellinger, 272 during the regular season. He's a dangerous hitter in the 3-hole. If I was the Yankees, I would have Judge hitting the 3-hole because he's guaranteed to get up in the first inning. More likely to have runners on for Cody Bellinger. Now the 2-0. In there for a called strike, 2-1. That ends the string of 6 consecutive balls thrown. As Bellinger sees the 2-1, and he looks at this one for a called strike, 2-2. Now the 2-2 to Bellinger. Check swing foul, stays 2-2. Now the 2-2 to Cody Bellinger. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Good pitch down in the zone, and now there's 2 outs in the inning. Good pitch, got him to chase out of the zone. That's a splitter. Low rotations, and that thing is moving a lot. It's 2 outs. This one's in there for a called strike. That brings up Ben Rice, who's hitting pretty well this season. 2 for 11 in the postseason, does have a home run. Yasevich now with a runner at first. Yasevich walked Judge on 4 pitches. The 0-1. This one just missed low. 2-2. Sorry, 1-1. As EBS will be in effect next season, so last season before Robo umps is the 1-1 to Rice. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Good pitch there. Now the 1-2 to Ben Rice. Rice calls time, and now he steps back into the box. Kicks, deals, 1-2, struck him out! A good splitter down in the zone ends the inning. As New York strands a runner at first base. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Trey Yasevich. Great start to this inning for Toronto. You walked Aaron Judge, maybe an intentional walk, even though they didn't send him to first. Maybe see if he'll chase it something. He doesn't. It's okay. And you're able to strike everyone else out to end the inning. That's a good inning if you're Toronto. And you're okay, especially with bases empty, you're okay not facing Aaron Judge. You don't need to face him unless the bases are loaded. You're okay putting someone on. Cody Bellinger is a good hitter, but he's not nearly as good as Aaron Judge. So that will definitely be a factor here for Toronto. We'll see how much they're willing to face Aaron Judge. So due up in the let's take a look at who is due up this inning. Scores Yankees Bluejays. So due up for Toronto is George Springer, Davis Snyder, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The defense for the Yankees and start in the outfield with Bellinger, Grisham, and Judge. The infield is McMahon, Volpe, Chisholm Jr., and Rice, with Wells behind the plate and Fried on the mound. Yankees are managed by Aaron Boone. So we get set for the second half of the first inning. So, 1 sec, I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Just grabbing the remote. So, see, are now back from ad break. So let's play some baseball here. The Blue Jays lineup is Springer, Schneider, Guerrero, Kirk, Varsho, Clement, Kiner-Falefa, Jimenez, and Straw. On the mound is Max Fried for the Yankees. He has worked 32 starts this season, a 19-5 record. That is good for most in Major League Baseball. He's held his opponents to a 223 average. His most used pitch is his cutter, only using the slider 2%. Everything else is above 10%. That's dangerous if you're Toronto. First pitch to Springer is outside for ball 1. Now Fried fouls this one away, 1-1. Mickey, come on down. Come on up. So now the Yankees are having pitch calm trouble, still 1-1. Oh no. It's eye drops for the catcher. It looked like a pitch calm issue. That's concerning if you are a Yankees fan here. Little pitcher profile here. Fried from 2018 in his postseasons 2-5 with a 5.10 career ERA. But this season in the wild card, 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 6 Ks on his way to beating the Boston Red Sox here. As now Springer will step back in. The count is 1-1. As Springer to see the 1-1. 1-1. Hits this one, a chopper to third. Easily played the throw across the diamond, gets him. 1 away. That brings up Schneider, who hit 234 this season. First pitch he sees is low for a ball. Now the 1-0 to Max Fried. Sorry, to Springer. This ball's into the outfield, a base hit. So a runner at first now for Toronto. And that brings up the most dangerous hitter in the Toronto lineup, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., with a runner on. So the difference between New York and Toronto in the first inning, New York gets their best hitter up with no one on. Toronto gets their best hitter up with one on and one out. Both hitters came up with an out. That thing was down the middle. Springer does a good job to not hit it too far because it was close to being caught in the outfield. That brings up Vladimir Guerrero, who's hitting 292 this season. First pitch is low for ball one. He hit 23 home runs, had 84 RBIs, and in game one he was 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be a called strike 1-1. So for Toronto, the strategy needs to be score as much as you can to get Fried out of this game because he is very strong. He's a great pitcher. 1-1. Hit a chopper slowly. This could be a single, and it's badly played by Jazz Chisholm. It's first and second. So now the Blue Jays are cooking with gas with runners at first and second and one out. Well, this one was hit straight down, and Vladdy does a good job. He doesn't look at the ball. He just runs it out, and Chisholm, rushing to make the play, tries to barehand it and fails to make the play. So now the question is, will that be considered a hit or an error? My guess is that would be a hit. And they do score it as a hit, so the Blue Jays have 2 hits in the inning. That brings up Alejandro Kirk, hitting 282. Way high for ball 1. That's a curveball. Went 2 for 4 with 2 dingers. So everybody in this Blue Jays lineup is dangerous. They win the East. And now they get to face their bitter rivals from the South, the New York Yankees. This one hit up the middle, right at Chisholm. He easily makes the play, and that will end the inning. So Toronto gets 2 on, and Chisholm easily gets out of it. The Blue Jays, no runs on 2 hits and no errors that inning. So at the end of the second inning, it is. All right, well, let's start a poll. Should be interesting. All right, start a poll. Is ABS good? So top of the second now. First pitch is right down the middle for a strike. This one swung at and missed for strike two. Now Stanton behind in the count 0-2. This one's going to be a ball. Now the 1-2. Upstairs for a ball. Now the 2-2 is low for ball three. And now the count is full. Big count here. This is a big count. If Savage can get out of this, there's one out. If he walks him, there's runner at first. Pitch swung on, fouled away. We'll do the 3-2 again. Jazz Chisholm standing on deck. As 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. And there's one away in the inning. Good pitch there. Well, Savage has 5 swings and misses. 3 of them have been for strikeouts. Well, he's pitched really well so far in this game. As now he faces the left-hander, Jazz Chisholm, who checks swings and pops it up. This ball gets surprisingly far for a pop-up. This is going to be an F7. 2 outs in the inning. The Yankees are 0 for 13 this series with 7 strikeouts against the splitter. They have not hit that splitter well. This one's high for ball 1. One 0 in there for a called strike. As well, the Yankees have to lay off the splitter. Swung at and missed at a splitter there, and now there's 2 strikes, 1 and 2. The 1-2. Savage deals. As he takes a splitter low for ball 1. And that's good hitting right there. You gotta be willing to take low is. Now the 2-2. Fastball hitting to right field, but right at the right fielder to end the inning. As that does it for this inning. As we go to the bottom of the second, New York and Toronto. As Toronto leads the series 1-0 after they won 10-1. But let's take a look at some NFL scores here. I'll do up for Toronto in this inning. I'll do that in the next inning. Is Dalton Varsho, uh, Eric Clement, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. As I'm gonna add some time to that, I think. They're 2 minutes and 55 seconds. That's why I'm way early. I'm gonna change the timer length. Well, it's basically 3 minutes. So, all right, bottom of the second. First pitch in there for called strike 0-1. Dalton Varsho went 2 for 3 with a double, scored 2 runs. The 0-1 hit on a line of base knocked down the line. Varsho's going to try for second. Judge misplays the ball and it gets past him. Varsho's got second. He wants 3. Dalton Varsho in with a triple, and it's the runner at third with nobody out. Well, this ball was creeping down the wall, and Aaron Judge just misplayed it, went right through his legs, and Dalton Varsho able to get third base. Yeah, this one went right through his feet. Varsho does a good job to keep running while he's looking at the ball as he gets all the way to third base, and that's going to bring up Clement, who hits this ball high and deep to left field. Back at the wall. It's out of here. Home run for Toronto. Oh, I put that on the wrong side. And Toronto takes a 2-0 lead. Wow. Ernie Clement with a 2-run bomb to left field. And 22 makes it 2-0. Wow. And this is why they're the 1 seed. They will have to go back to New York no matter what happens, but it doesn't seem to matter. That brings up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. First pitch he sees is high for a ball. That's his first career postseason dinger. A 1-0 to Kiner-Falefa. In there for a called strike 1-1. This one's hit on the ground and easy played at first, 1 out. So Toronto gets a triple and a home run to start the inning, and then a easily played ground ball. So triple home run, ground out is how Toronto's first 3 in the inning fare is. And that brings up Jimenez, who swings and misses at a first pitch, strike 0-1. 210 this season. In game 1, he went 2 for 4 with a double, drove in 2, and scored 2. So he accounted for 4 runs. Still on. So Jimenez 0-2. Swung on a miss, strike three. There's two outs now in the inning. 6 through 9 in game one, went 6 for 14 with 3 RBIs. So, given a lot of opportunities for the top of the order. That's a big deal for Toronto. Oh, and the bottom is producing. That lets the top produce. So 6, 7, 8, and 9 producing well. Is finally the 9-hole hitter. Miles Straw steps in and he hits a high fly ball. Easily played in left field. And that will end the inning. All right. So Toronto currently up 2-0 on a home run hit by Ernie Clement after a triple. That puts us at 2-0 headed to the bottom of the second. I gotta get this thing started a little faster. First pitch is in for a ball. Second pitch is also going to go inside for ball two. Now the 2-0. And therefore called strike one. Two on this one's whacked foul, 2-2. Now the 2-2. Swung on a miss, strike three. And there's one away. First pitch in there for a called strike one. This one in there for a called strike two. So now ahead in the count is Austin Wells. Now the 0-2. Swung on a miss, strike three. Sixth strikeout for you, Savage. And that's through the first 9 hitters. Sorry, no, that is not through the first 9 hitters. I am just stupid. And the crowd was loving it there. So now there's 2 outs in the bottom of the inning. As Trent Grisham, no, that was through the first 9 hitters. Only one guy has gotten on base, with Toronto leading 2-0. Trent Grisham now with a 1-0 lead in the count. Swings and misses at a splitter. Savage has done really good with his splitter. 41 pitches so far. And it's worked. That one is... As now the 1-2. I don't want you to see that. I want you to see that. Wait a minute. Let me see. Scoreboard. Now the 1-2. In there for a ball. 1-2. 2-2. So let me just get that updated real quick. The Yankees have an error. And Toronto has 4 hits. Now full count. Three, 2. In there for a called strike 3. That ends the inning. Oh, the timer's not on there. Oh, it is there. Why is it paused? When I leave it, does it pause? No, okay. So as we return from, all right, that wasn't really working. So let's. Sorry, I just gotta do some. Share my screen. First pitch lined right at Chisholm, who makes the play. God damn it, Chargers. So there's one out in the inning. That one's in for a ball. So now the 1-1. This one's in there for a called strike. Two is outside, full count. As he walked him on at first. This one's a base knock. As first and second now. Runner will take third. First and third as Toronto gets their 5th hit of the day. They're horrible, Oliver. You know that. Okay. Locate the controls. Bottom center. That was what I meant to do. 2-2 now with a runner at first. Channel level settings. There's nothing here. Now the 2-2. Hit on the ground slowly. Tough to turn two. They're only going to get one, and the Blue Jays will make it a 3-0 ball game. Edit. No, just edit this. Customization. Details. Okay, what does it want me to do? This one's down the line, a base hit, and a run will come across to score. It's 4-0 Toronto. It's a double. So they'll swap places and make it 4-0. Okay. Oliver, I'm just trying to do something real quick. Okay. Because... Oh, okay. This one's fouled away 0-1. Okay. Execute. Okay. Go to live. It's not helpful. This. What the hell? God. Okay. Okay. This one's in the outfield, a base hit. Coming home is a runner. The throw's not in time. It's 5-0 Blue Jays. Okay. I can't turn that off. This one's into the outfield, and this one will be caught to end the inning, but Toronto makes it a 5-0 game. We're gonna try something real quick. So let's go here. That wasn't what I was trying to do. Manage webcam. Uh, Let's pitch in for a strike. Um, I'm outside for a ball to judge. Sorry. Okay. Back to this. That doesn't work, right? Edit. Okay, now if I... Okay, that's fine. No, I want to keep that up. IT Studio. Oh. YouTube Studio. Go to create. Go live. Okay. There's nothing here. I don't know.